When years ago I said I want to do a Roman epic but set in modern America, a lot of people said, well, why? And I would say, well, because America was founded on the ideas of the Roman Republic. We didn't want a king. Rome didn't want a king, so they invented a new form of government called the Republic, with the Senate and with Roman law and with all of the things which we embrace. We even built our cities to look like Rome. But I had no idea that the politics of today would make that so relevant, because what's happening in America, in our republic, in our democracy, is exactly how Rome lost their republic thousands of years ago. So it's a real and you even see now in articles and in Saturday Night Live the parallel between modern America and Rome. So our politics has taken us to the point where we might lose our republic.
So, as always, first I want to give all the praises and the glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and to His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the 144,000, to the hopefully elect brothers and sisters of the house of Israel. So this is a quick one I'm going to do here. I actually did a video about this film that he did the other day, but they took it down because I used the trailer in the video that I did yesterday. So YouTube took down the video. They blocked it everywhere, basically. Now, he's talking about, as you can see here, explains why modern America reminds him of ancient Rome, right? Now, I did the video yesterday. Some of you might have seen it, might have been lucky to have seen the video that I did, but they took it down this morning, YouTube, based on this movie here, Megalopolis, okay? So I'm not going to play it or anything because this is the reason why they took down the video that I did. So I did a video on this movie yesterday to tell you, I was explaining to you that this movie here is the foreshadowing of America's fall, 100%. When you watch this trailer, you understand that it's the foreshadowing of America's fall. And the person that made it, Francis Ford Coppola, as you just heard him say in his statement, that the reason why he made the film, because America reminds him of ancient Rome. Now, we've always told you that America is the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. America is the reincarnation of the Roman Empire, all right? So this movie, I think, comes out, it may have came out in the US already. I know it comes out in a few days over here in the UK and that, but I'm telling you, if you can stream it, however you get to watch it, watch this movie, because it truly is the foreshadowing of America's downfall, Megalopolis, all right? So like I said, I won't play it because they took down the video that I did yesterday about this movie, right? And I was explaining to you that this is 100% the foreshadowing of America's fall, this movie that's been made by Francis Ford Coppola. So now he's come on the record to tell you why he made the movie, all right? He said himself, let's just quickly hear him again. He's come on the record to tell you exactly why he made the movie, all right? Let's play it one more time.
When years ago I said I want to do a Roman epic but set in modern America, a lot of people said, well, why? And I would say, well, because America was founded on the ideas of the Roman Republic. We didn't want a king. Rome didn't want a king. So they invented a new form of government called the Republic, with the Senate and with Roman law and with all of the things which we embrace. We even built our cities to look like Rome. But I had no idea that the politics of today would make that so relevant, because
he said, we even built our cities to look like Rome. He said the whole thing. He said, listen again what he says. He said, he said the whole Senate. This is what he says again.
Called the Republic, with the Senate.
Hold on, let's go back a bit.
King. So they invented a new form of government called the Republic, with the Senate and with Roman law and with all of the things which we embrace. We even built our cities to look like Rome. But I hadn't.
Right. So he knows that America is the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. All right. He's quite adamant that the Senate, the cities, everything they built to look like Rome. All right. He's quite adamant. This is what we're looking at. All right. Let's continue.
No idea that the politics of today would make that so relevant, because what's happening in America, in our republic, in our democracy, is exactly how Rome lost their republic thousands of years ago. So
what's happening in America today is exactly how Rome lost its republic thousands of years ago. One of the main reasons why the Roman Empire collapsed was because of the printing of money, what they call quantitative easing today. That was one of the main reasons. And the second was because their military was so far stretched across the four corners of the known world, the places that the Rome had conquered, that they couldn't afford to fund and to pay or to keep on, providing supplies for their military. So back then, quantitative easing, printing money was melting down. They would melt down the gold and silver coins. They would mix them with copper and iron, and then they would recreate new coins and they would distribute them. Today, they just print money. Federal Reserve just prints money. Back then, the Roman Empire was stretched. They couldn't afford to continue paying because the more territory they take, the more countries they conquered, the more places they got involved in, the more money it costed the Roman Empire back then. And there was all that inward fighting as well between the elites, the elites, the families back then, the same thing that we're seeing today. So the same things that caused the ancient Roman Empire to fall is the same thing that's going to cause modern Roman Empire, the reincarnation of the Roman Empire to fall, which is America, Babylon the Great, basically. And this is what this film is all about, Megalopolis. It's about the fall of this mega city. Remember, America is in the Bible, it's referred to as a city, right? That golden city, right? It's referred to as that golden city. It's referred to as that spiritual city named Sodom and Egypt. That's America. This is Megalopolis is a Greek word. I believe it means something city. Let's see if I can get it up here. Megalopolis. I should tell you here. A chief city, a metropolis, right? So the chief city is America, Babylon the Great. That's what we're looking at. That's the chief city, Babylon the Great. Getting ready to fall, getting ready to fall. So this is what he's talking about here in his interview, right?
It's a real, and you even see now in articles and in Saturday Night Live, the parallel between modern America and Rome. So our politics has taken us to the
parallel between modern America and Rome. We see it, we know it, we're not in no illusion on what's going on. So I'm just going to bring out a couple of scriptures and then I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to spend long on this. I'm going to show you that these elites know that America, that fourth beast, that deadly wound is healed. All right. This is what he's talking about. This is Babylon the Great, the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. And Stephen goes right to the point. Revelations 13:3. And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, right? And his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast, right? All the world wondered after that deadly wound that was healed. That's the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. That's what you see taking place in America. It is the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. And they worship the dragon. The dragon is symbolic for the Roman Empire, for its power. And it's talking about America, which is the reincarnation of that Roman Empire, which gave power unto the beast. Now, we know the beast is talking about is NATO and the European Union, but the head of NATO is who? America, Babylon the Great. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? Because that's the military arm of this reincarnation of the Roman Empire, is NATO. America's the head of NATO. All right. It says, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. He's talking about Babylon the Great, America. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months, right? So power was given unto him to continue 42 months. Now, when you break that down, that works out to 3.5 years, right? And when those 3.5 years are symbolic for what? 350 years of slavery. That's what that's talking about, those 42 months, right? This is parabolic language, just so you understand, right? 42 months is 3.5 years. 3.5 years is symbolic for 350 years of slavery. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. And this is what he did, right? Going all the way back when Christopher Columbus first came to the Americas. Christopher Columbus never actually came to America. He came to the West Indies. And then you had the Cortez brothers that came to the Americas. And then you had America Vespucci, who America was named after. And then, the Pilgrims and that came from Europe. They was given to the Edomites, to make war with the saints. The saints are who? The children of Israel. Who did they make war with? The Native American Indian tribes, right? Of North, South America and Canada, right? Today, who they call Latinos, Hispanics, Mexicans, and Puerto Ricans. They also made war with the Saints when they captured them from the west coast of Africa, put them on slave ships, brought them to the Americas, right? To build this new empire, this reincarnated Roman Empire. So it was given unto him to make war with the saints. And the Most High gave these Edomites power to make war with the saints, right? And to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. All right? Babylon the Great, America. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. Because they worship this place, America, right? And then this is when it goes into it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leads into captivity. Who led us into captivity? The Edomites. Where did they lead us into captivity? The main captivity was the Americas, right? Shall go into captivity. This is going to be his ultimate judgment. This is why he can see the fall of America, but they don't really understand the full 100 of what's really going to take place when America falls. It's going to go out first economically, then it's going to go out through war, nuclear war, and then the chariots of the Lord and the angels, right? That's going to be the final nail on the coffin on America when the Lord and the angels completes the destruction of America. But first, it's going to fall inward first, right? Economically, just like our ancient Rome fell inward. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The saints are the children of Israel, the Israelites, the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade, the descendants of the Native American Indian tribes. Those are the saints. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had what? And he had two horns like a lamb. Those two horns are symbolic for the two-party system that they took from the Roman Empire. Today they call it Republican and Democrat. Back during the Roman times, it was called the patricians and the patricians and the plebeians and the patricians. That's where this two-party system comes from. So when it says he has two horns, the two horns are symbolic for those two-party systems, right? And he spake as a dragon, right? Let me just quickly show you here. Two-party Rome. Plebeians, plebeians and patricians. May have spelled this wrong, but let's see if it brings it up. There you go, plebeians and patricians. The patricians would be the upper class people, such as the wealthy landowners who would be in the patricians group. The plebeians would be the lower class, which would be the normal people in Rome. The separations meant that they would be completely separated. Plebeians could only marry people from their social class and so forth. So this is a two-party system. The Republicans see themselves as the patricians, while the Democrats see themselves as the plebeians. Like they want you to believe that they're for the common people, while the patricians are the Republicans who want you to believe that they're the upper class. They're above reproach, basically. But they're both two sides of the same coin, basically. So that's the two horns. When it says here, and he had two horns like a lamb, that's what he's talking about. But it's referring to today, the Republicans and the Democrat. But it says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth. That's the fourth beast. That's the reincarnation of the fourth beast in the book of Daniel, chapter 7. Remember, if you go to the book of Daniel's, where we got it. If we go to the book of Daniel's, let's bring this over here. I wasn't going to spend long on this. Sorry. If we go to the book of Daniel's, chapter 7, just quickly go to it just to show you for edification's sakes. Come on, you. Daniel's chapter 7, that's the fourth beast, right? Daniel chapter 7, verse 7. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, which is the Roman Empire, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. This is symbolic for the weapons that the Romans used. They had the most iron weapons used, and they was the most efficient with these iron weapons, right? It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns. The 10 horns was symbolic for, well, not symbolic. The 10 horns well, yes, yeah, I mean, I can use the word symbolic. To tell you, the 10 horns are symbolic for the 10, what do they call them again? The 10 Germanic tribes, right? We've got the Viscos, the Ostrogoths, trying to remember them, the Vandals, the Lombards, the Alamanis, the Burgundies, the Franks, the Jutes, the Angles, and the Anglo-Saxons, right? Those are the 10 horns. That's what that's talking about. Today we know as the European Union, all right? And it says, and I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were three of the first horns plucked up by their roots. And behold, in this horn were the eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. Now, this other little horn, I believe, if I can quite remember, it is talking about Antiochus the Great, all right? That's what that's talking about there, the other little horn. I believe that's talking about Antiochus, yeah. Horns in the eyes, yeah. It's talking about Antiochus the Great, that horn there, all right? Just so you know, all right? So anyway, so the fourth beast is America, diverse from all the other beasts. And when we go back to Revelations 13, when it says, and I beheld and another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, that is talking about America, right? A lamb, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. What's that scripture that says? He says he had war, smooth. The words in his mouth were smoother than butter. Words, smoother. Oh, sorry, spelled wrong. Words, smoother. It's smoother than butter. I know it's Psalms. Okay. Psalms 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. All right. Two horns like a lamb. A lamb is innocent, defenseless, harmless. That's a lamb, right? So the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Talking about Esau, predominantly talking about Babylon the Great America, but these Edomites, right? So when we go back to Revelations, just so you understand, when it says here he had two horns like a lamb, because the words in his mouth were smoother than butter, America, and what? And he spake as a dragon, but war was in his, what did it say? But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Yet were they drawn swords. So the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, two horns like a lamb, but war was in his heart. But he spake as a dragon. War was in his heart. And he exercises all the power of the first beast, the Roman Empire, before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, right? Which is the Roman Empire, which was the fourth beast in the book of Daniel, whose deadly wound was healed. His deadly wound was healed. And so this is the reincarnation of the Roman Empire, America. Its deadly wound was healed. And he goes to great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men, which you see, the greatest fire that he dropped from the air was those two bombs he dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II. But he's showing you the power that he has from the air, the fire that comes from those missiles, those bombs that they drop from their planes. And we see that evidently today with their F-35s, F-15 stealth jets, so forth and so on, right? And he deceives them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, right? Because the beast is NATO. America is the head of NATO. Remember, the European nations saw America drop those two atomic bombs on Japan. They'd never seen that before. England, France, Germany. This is how they got the Germans to give in, the Japanese to give in, against them in the Second World War. When they saw those two bombs, the whole of Europe, the beast, which is the European Union, saw the power of the dragon, the fourth beast, which is America, all right? So he says, when he had power to do in the sight of the beast, and today America is the head of the beast because it's the head of NATO, saying to them that dwell on the earth that would make an image of the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Had a wound by the sword and did live, the reincarnation of the Roman Empire. So when Francis Ford Coppola says this, boy, I can't wait to see that movie, He's 100%. He's 100% on point.
Years ago, I said I want to do a Roman epic, but set in modern America. A lot of people said, well, why? And I would say, well, because America was founded on the ideas of the Roman Republic. We didn't want a king. Rome didn't want a king. So they invented a new form of government called the Republic, with the Senate and with Roman law and with all of the things which we embrace. We even built our cities to look like Rome. But I had no idea that the politics of today would make that so relevant, because what's happening in America, in our republic, in our democracy, is exactly how Rome lost their republic thousands of years ago. So it's a real and you even see now in articles and in Saturday Night Live the parallel between modern America and Rome. So our politics has taken us to the point where we might lose our republic.
And they're going to lose their republic. How are they going to lose their republic? Through Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. They're going to lose their republic. The Lord is getting ready to take Babylon the Great down. They are going to lose their republic. It's going to be the greatest destruction the world has ever seen. The whole world is going to witness it. The Lord is coming back to deliver his saints, the elect of the children of Israel. He's coming to make war with the beast and all of his allies and to subjugate them. So yeah, it's coming and he can see it. And this is why I say, if you can, when this movie comes out, family, please watch it. Like I said, they took down my video yesterday that I did on this movie here because I was playing part of the trailer in the video, speaking about this movie and how it is the foreshadowing of America's fall. YouTube blocked it and took it down. That's fine, no problem. I just thought I'd do this one today because now Francis Ford Coppola is actually speaking on exactly what I was speaking on yesterday. He's speaking on that today. When this comes out, all got to do is look to watch it. All right. So anyway, I pray you're edified. All praises and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and to the Holy Begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Great Millstone. As I always say, family, keep praying, keep safe, repent, and hold on to this truth. Because the devil knows, these demons know what's coming, man. These elites know what's happening. But we know because we got the scriptures, right? So shalom, shalom, shalom. I pray you're edified. All praises and glory. All praises, family.